May I request the audience to please be seated? Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed delegates, distinguished dignitaries, dear students, a very good afternoon, everyone. As we gather here for the valedictory session of the 3-day-long Third International Conference on Technological Advancements in Computational Sciences 2023, technically co-sponsored by IEEE Kazakhstan subsection, we stand at the culmination of a remarkable journey. Over the past 3 days, we have witnessed the convergence of brilliant minds, cutting-edge research, and shared passion for advancing frontiers of computational science. This conference has been a part for the exchange of ideas, the presentation of groundbreaking research, and the forging of new connections. We extend our gratitude to all the participants and organizers who have made this event a resounding success. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now our opportunity to celebrate the accomplishments of the conference in this valedictory session, and who can do it better than the backbone of the university? A leader known for his dynamism, humility, and innovative approach, he has been at forefront of numerous initiatives aimed at enhancing Amity University's presence in the country and abroad. Let us put our hands together for Mr. Babur Abdullayev, Director, Amity University in Tashkent, for the welcome address.
Good afternoon, everyone. Great to see all of you here in the concluding ceremony of our great research event, which we had during 3 days. I had seen brilliant people who are presenting their papers, so many good speakers of keynotes, and of course, case studies, which are the brilliant ones who are able to bring so many new knowledges to our students. From my heart, I would like to thank all the people who take part to organize this event. And of course, to students who are present and ready to get the new knowledge from all around the globe, who came to you to give the best of them. Now, it's time for you, students, to convert these knowledges with your dreams, to your dreams, to combine with your dreams and make it successful, which give you the success stories for your lives. You know, I will be very informal to speak to you. See, in your life, if you want to succeed something, achieve something and succeed, you will need to convert all your knowledges and combine together. It will help you to fly higher. I'll give you the examples. I was working in my childhood as a sailor in the small store. I worked in the library as a book cutter. I worked in IT companies as a simple programmer, coder. Then I started leading the team. Then I started leading the company. And everything combined, I started in lots of companies, including ministries. And when you combine everything, you're ready to teach kids. And I'm here today, and this also I will combine with something and go further. So do so same. You're so young. It's very much okay for you to make any mistakes. But these mistakes, out of these mistakes, you will need to get the lessons. And only then you will get the success. Lots of people around you, I mean, young students come separately to my room and ask, what can I do for my future? So get the knowledge. It's fine time for you as a student. You're called students. And believe me, there is hundreds of other kids who want to become students, but they're not able to do it. And thousands of those who want to become student of Amity University, international universities, get the global knowledge, but they're not here. So use this chance. What are you doing if you're not using this chance? When Amity is bringing so much global experts, and trying to give you the best trends of the knowledge. So get it. When you have chance, use all your chance for 100%. Don't skip it. If you're skipping the ones, you're skipping the chances. I sometimes see your eyes when the lots of guest lectures are going on. We're bringing so much experts, and most of them say, use your chances. And you, in your mind, might be thinking, where is this chance? So here is it. Amity is giving all this chance. So convert everything to your success. And of course, I would like to thank everyone who participated here as a guest, came from abroad, gave their knowledges online, more than 200 papers, so many case studies, and our brilliant faculty members who are doing their best to organize this conference and make it true. And of course, our group vice chancellor who came from India only for this, to meet all of you and bring the success stories and give you the chance. I would like to thank everyone who contributed for organizing these sessions and conference, including Minister of Higher Education, Minister of ICT, Digital Technologies, leadership of Amity University, of course, with the great leadership and guidance of our founder president. And of course, last but the best, I would like to thank all the participants who presented their papers and case studies and ready to share their information further. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for encouraging the students, participants, and the organizing team. Dear students, we are also privileged to have in our midst an incredibly dynamic personality who has an immense experience in the field of institutional building, teaching, consultancy, research, and industry. Sir holds the prestigious distinction of being the founder, Director General of Amity International Business School and founder CEO of Association of International Business School, London. His valuable contributions have played a pivotal role in establishing various Amity campuses overseas, including locations in London, USA, Singapore, Mauritius, Australia, Tashkent, and other parts of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my privilege to invite Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, sir, the Group Vice Chancellor of Amity Universities, to address the esteemed gathering.
Some days are very special. They are historical. And they are historical because you meet dynamic, vibrant, enthusiastic people from different walks of the world who have not only contributed for their countries, for their organization, but have always been inspiration for the youngsters. So may I request all of you to give a huge applause for all researchers, academic leaders, industry leaders who are present here. Give a huge applause to all of them. At Amity, our founder, Dr. Chauhan, our chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, Mr. Amol Chauhan, who's leading this campus as our very able trustee, Mr. Babar, rector, our first deputy director, Dr. Naina, whom I see working very hard day and night. I think all of them, they are trying their best to see and make a difference in the life of the youngsters. Dr. Dipinder Kumar Jha, who I can see on the screen, who's a CEO of L&T EduTech. I think a lot of changes he wants to bring. He wants to offer many courses. And L&T is one of the very reputed companies. While I was just coming, I saw Miss Dil Doria, who's the director of Uzincom, Uzbekistan, and a very warm welcome in this conference. But more importantly, while I was sitting in the room here, I saw our alumni. And it gives you immense pleasure as a parent, as a teacher, I often say that I'm a teacher first and a group vice chancellor later. When you see your children coming back to you with flowers and then telling that this is what they have been able to do in their life. So give a huge applause to our very successful alumni who's here. I'm very proud to see you. And for next many decades, please keep on coming to all the alumni. I especially requested Mr. Barber and Dr. Naina that if I'm here, I would like to say hello to our alumni and to see that what they are doing. For any institution, for any university, it's a matter of great pride when we meet our alumni. I can see Nodira. I think she was in 2023 batch. Very warm welcome to you. Rohila, who is now working as a freelance tour manager. Nodira is, I think, working with Better Future Group. Very warm welcome to both of you. Muftana, who is working with Huawei. Sarodar, who is working as a JavaScript developer. Sherali, who's a lead software engineer. Muslima, who's founder of her own company, Ali Zamzam Company. We feel so proud that she's running a company. Ibrahim, who is the BTech student and has started his own venture. Mokeshwar, who has just passed out. Akobir Sitara, who is now working with Longi Solar Marketing Sales Manager, and many others who have joined. We feel so proud on all of you that you are here. Research is a backbone of MIT University. We want each one of you to understand that no university can grow if you don't do research. And with that passion, we requested Dr. Naina to start IEEE Research Conference, which so far no university at Uzbekistan was able to organize. And she was in India at that time. I remember sitting next to our room. And then she started working for it. She started planning it. And at one point of time, she told me that, sir, there is no IEEE chapter in Uzbekistan. How can I do that? From where I can get a support? But where there is a will, there is a way. And Dr. Naina, you have shown it, that you are not only a great academic leader, but you have got a very strong will. And today, when we see more than 800 researchers from across the globe, and I was being told that this is the largest research conference which any university at MIT has ever organized. Give a huge applause to Dr. Naina, who has been able to do that. 261 research papers were published, and I will especially like to mention the name of Professor Danish, if he's here. Give a huge applause to him. And for all very dedicated faculty members, for all of you, a huge applause to all of you. Mr. Barber, special mention of your dedicated efforts, an unparalleled leader of MIT University Tashkent. I was looking at the achievements. I remember that when for the first day I was coming and I was talking to the students, and all of you at that time were just joining. I told that we will be able to link education with the industry. And Mr. Barber, you have been able to do that. He has been able to organize the first hackathon and the largest hackathon of Uzbekistan. Give a huge applause to him. A career fair, which you have been able to do, is again a benchmark. And this time when I was coming, I spoke to the founder, Dr. Chauhan, who's sending his best wishes. He's a living legend of the word. And what he has done, I think that very few have been able to do. And your Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, who himself is a product of London School of Economics, and Mr. Amol Chauhan, who's a product of Harvard. All of us, we thought that we should not only be just coming and organizing a conference, but will be giving a return gift to our students and to the people of Uzbekistan. So we are starting up with world-class research centers. There are 7 announcements which we have made during this conference. One was MIT Innovation Design and Research Center, Case Center of MIT University, which is going to be the largest case center of Uzbekistan, MIT Center for Economic Policy Analysis, I think, which is required in Uzbekistan, MIT Think Tank Club for Economics, Global Career Center. Since morning, I have been speaking to the students who want to go abroad or who want to work with the various companies. I spoke to one of our alumni also who wanted that she should have a good career in Europe. We'll be able to give you that kind of opportunity. And of course, MIT Alumni Center, because we feel that alumni is backbone of the university, so we're going to create it, and MIT Center for Interdisciplinary Research. So these are the initiatives which we have taken. But while I was coming, Dr. Naina has told me that I should say something very inspirational. So I'll give you a very small story that how a small inspiration can change the life of the people. Few years back, I was invited at MDRT. It's $1 million roundtable conference in which anyone who has earned more than $1 million is eligible to apply to become a part of this conference. And this is a conference of insurance people, finance experts who participate. And they always invite someone inspirational who can become inspiration for the youngsters. So they invited Stephen Rothschild, one of the leading financial wizards of the world, billionaire, who at the age of 35 was controlling the stock markets, investment banker, has more than 80 companies to his credit, more than 20,000 people report to him. And he gave his story. So I thought that let me share the story with the wonderful people of Uzbek and our students and all faculty members, that how without any resources you can become most successful in life. You may find it inspiring. When Stephen Rothschild, he was as tall as Mr. Barber is, 6'4", 5 inches. He came, he looked very serious. And everyone was thinking, because he hardly speaks, when he came on the stage, 20,000 people in the United States of America, they were waiting to listen to him, that what he's going to say. And his topic was that how you can become a success story. So he came on the stage and he started speaking, and he's speaking with passion. He said that I have been told to give you a story that how I became successful. And I am choosing to give you a story that how unsuccessful I was as a child. And he gave his story, which I'm narrating. And he gave his story. He said that today I'm 35. But if today at the age of 35, someone asks me, what is the name of my father? I will not be able to give the name of my father. I don't know whether he was from America, he was from Germany, he was from Uzbekistan, he was from Russia, he was from China. I don't know who he was. My mother never told me, I never asked her. To me, my mom was everything, because she was the one who gave me the first language. If I can speak well, if I'm a good orator, it is because of my mom. If I can speak well, it is because of my mom. If I can stand straight, it is because of my mom. She was my first teacher. She gave me everything. She was my best friend. And I remember that when I was a child, sometimes in a living room, sometime in the bedroom, she used to hug me and she used to tell me, Stephens, you have to become very high in your life. I'm sure that your parents must be telling you the same thing. You have to go very high in your life. And she used to pray. And she used to pray daily. Today is Friday. I'm sure that all of you must have offered your prayers. Very religious lady she was. And I used to tell my mom, Mom, surely I will become something great. We were very poor. We were not rich. Today, when I was being introduced, I was told that I have got private planes. I have got huge companies. I have got more than 20,000 people who are reporting to me. But there was a time that we were only in one room. We used to stay very close to Manhattan in a small apartment, not a very upmarket place, in a small place I was living. But I was still very happy because my mom was with me. She was my best friend. We used to play, we used to eat. But maybe that God was never kind to me. Because one fine day, when I was 6 years old, I was coming from my school. I saw that there was an ambulance, there was a fire brigade in front of our one-room apartment in the United States. And I asked someone that what happened? And someone told me that your mother has committed suicide. At the age of 6, it was very difficult for me to understand that what is the meaning of the word suicide? What does that mean? What is death? What is life? But people said, your mom is no more. So I started crying. I went running to see the body of my mom. Her eyes were still open. I kept on kissing her. I said, Mom, please get up, please get up, please get up. My mom never got up. For the last time when I kissed her, her eyes were still open as she was asking me the same question, will you become successful in your life? My only friend, they took her. And next three days, this great country, United States of America, where I am treated as a financial icon, where people stand in a queue to meet me, where I am writing destiny of many, no one even offered me a piece of bread. 6-year-old. No bread, no vegetables, no fruits, nothing. And I was crying. 3 days later, my maternal uncle came from Memphis, a place from where he started his career later. By the way, he was the co-founder of FedEx. Later on, he purchased the entire city. And he said that my maternal uncle came to pick me up, and let me give you the story of uncles and aunties. He said that I'm going to take care of this boy. So my legal custody was given, and I was 6. He took me to a small place from Memphis where my cousins used to go in private schools, which are very expensive in the United States. I was put up in free school, government-aided school, no breakfast in the morning. No one ever packed my lunch. Late in the evening, while coming from the school, my job was to wash the dishes of the entire house. No food. Whatever was remaining was given to me. Sometimes I will eat and sometimes I will cry. This happened for almost 1 month, and I used to cry daily. I used to look at the stars and used to say, my mom used to pray you, God, and this is what you are giving us. And when I was praying and I was crying, I used to tell stars, God, please return my mom. Please, God, return my mom. Oh, Jesus, my mom used to pray you daily. Why you are so cruel? I kept on crying, kept on crying, kept on crying, kept on crying. And I understood hard way that those who go, they never come. And no one listens if you cry. When I went to the school, my eyes were swollen. And one day, when everyone was playing basketball and baseball, in the break, I wrote my vision. And I said, one fine day, I will purchase the entire Memphis. I don't know how I am going to do that, but my vision was, I will make my mom proud because she said that you have to become extremely successful. And I started working from there. I never cried after that. When people were playing basketball and baseball, I started practicing boxing. When everyone else was enjoying their life, I became a good orator. He was a marvelous orator. He can make people cry. He can make people laugh. No one ever loved Stephen, so he loved everyone. No one was affectionate to Stephen, so he was always affectionate to people. He worked very hard. He went to Wharton on a scholarship, did his finance. He was offered a very good job, which he never picked up. And what he did was that 7 of his friends, they started their own company. They started playing on stock exchange. He became the investment banker. He had nothing to lose. Within 2 years, like our very able alumni who's here, he was one of the largest insurance agent of United States of America who was helping people. 5 years later, he was one of the leading players in stock exchange. 10 years later, he was the largest player at the New York Stock Exchange. 15 years later, he acquired 10 companies in China. 17 years later, He became the president of MDRT and became the richest stockbroker of the world, and who was called at such young age to speak at MDRT. And he said that I have no regrets in life. If someone asked that God was cruel to you, I said, no, God was very kind to me, because God chooses only those people to give pain who can tolerate it. So I was one of the lucky people to whom God gave that pain, and I transformed that pain into a great vision. In all his companies still today, if someone goes there, there is a statue of his mom, and people come and they bow in front of her mother and say, what a mom and what a son. This is a story which is very inspiring. I thought that I should share with you. At your young age, make your vision that you are going to change the destiny of many. The things which you have got, distribute with others. And the things which you have not got, try to aim for. That is what MIT tried, Dr. Chauhan tried. He went on a scholarship to Germany, empty-handed. And what he created, an empire of billions of dollars. It's an inspiration for many, many, many thousands of people. With those words, we are here in your wonderful country to help and to ensure that all of you become success story. And I feel so proud when I see hundreds of researchers and hundreds of our students, and very especially our alumni doing so well. May God bless each one of you. It was such a pleasure to speak you on the valedictory function. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, sir, Group Vice Chancellor, Amity Universities. Your words we heard in the morning as well. Yesterday, we had a session with the students of Foundation. The inspiration is unending. And we invite all of you on behalf of Amity University in Tashkent to stay connected with him through LinkedIn. It is so easy to get this guidance right in the morning, see the pictures of students, which means a lot to them and to us as well. Thank you so much, sir, for sparing these fantastic 3 days for us and giving us unending legacy of motivation as well. Now, this is a conference, you have heard about it. There are around 300 papers, a few hundred more than that were received, checked. A whole team was working, students have done volunteering. Someone must be there to inspire, to lead, to push, to talk about it every hour. Let's welcome Dr. Naina Chaudhary, Chair, ICTACS Conference, First Deputy Director, Amity University in Tashkent, to present a brief summary, as well as talk about and open the centers that Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh has talked about. Ma'am, we invite you on the stage and invite audience to welcome you.
Good afternoon. Amity University in Tashkent welcomes all the guests who have joined us online and offline today to grace this conference. I am extremely grateful to Dr. Deependra Jha. I am extremely grateful to Professor Ikechi for his continued support in organizing this conference. Dr. Rosie Ismail from Malaysia and Ms. Dildora, who's our industry guest. Authors who have presented their papers online and offline. Thank you so much to make this conference a wonderful 3 days of teaching, learning, and research. There were wonderful 3 days of knowledge sharing. With my proud privilege, with the permission of our Group Vice Chancellor, sir, I would like to raise the curtain from these 7 centers which are inaugurated during this conference to strengthen the research culture, to strengthen the teaching learning, to strengthen the quality at Amity University in Tashkent. We are committed and strive towards excellence and bringing in global practices in Amity University in Tashkent. IT team, please, as I announce the name of the center, I would request the center heads and the team to come on the stage and meet the students, please. The first center which is inaugurated today is Amity Innovation and Design Research Center.
The office bearer of the center are Dr. Ram Naresh, Dr. Sudhanshu, Dr. Gaurav, and Dr. Mohit. Please come on stage. We hope that the outcome of this center would be as expected to escalate the research for the national development. The next center that we are going to inaugurate is Case Center, Amity University, Tashkent. The office bearers are Dr. Rajneesh, Dr. Shobhit, and Dr. Sinobar. The senior professors at Amity University in Tashkent committed to bring in the great case studies. The next center that we are opening today is Amity Center for Economic Policy Analysis, Tashkent. ECPAT. The office bearers are Dr. Rajneesh, Dr. Anita, and Dr. Indrajit. We hope that this will help our economics students and other students as well in enhancing their knowledge base. The next center, which is open during the conference, is AMI Think Club for Economics. This is specifically for our students. Dr. Anita, Dr. Rajneesh, and Dr. Indrajit, the same team will look after the AMI Think Club to enhance the knowledge base of all economic students and other students as well. The next center, which we opened today, is Amity Global Career Center. Realizing the importance of internationalization, as we say, we will bring world to Amity and take Amity to world. The team of Dr. Shobhit, Dr. Gauri, and Dr. Gayatri will be committed to provide you a lot of opportunities for internationalization and global exposure. The next center that we inaugurate today is Amity Alumni Center. Amity Alumni Center, once an Amitian, always an Amitian. You can go out of Amity, but Amity will never go out of you. So I'd like to invite Dr. Shalki, Dr. Gaurav, and Dr. Shoaib to work for this cause. All our alumni, please join them. Please come on stage and be the part of Amity Alumni Center opening. During the university and beyond, we are committed to stay connected and be there for you always. Wherever you go in the world, you will always be called the Amity students and proud alumni who will bring pride to their alma mater. Amity Alumni Center, give a huge round of applause. The next center that we opened today, Amity Center for Interdisciplinary Research. Amity Center for Interdisciplinary Research, and the office bearers are Dr. Danish, Dr. Gaurav, and Dr. Rajneesh. Please come on stage. Amity is a research and innovation driven university, and we would want to bring quality research for viable commercial solutions. For that, the center will work. Amity Center for Interdisciplinary Research, a very able team to be led by our very senior professors. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, respected Group Vice Chancellor, sir, our Director, Mr. Babar, and all the office bearers of the centers. Moving on to the summary of the 3 days of conference. I will start with the 1st of November, where we added another feather to the glory of Amity University in Tashkent by organizing the 3rd series of International Conference on Technological Advancement and Computational Sciences in technical partnership with IEEE Kazakhstan section. With 2 previous highly successful series, the current edition witnessed the submission of more than 800 research papers around the globe, out of which 261 papers were presented after the rigorous peer review process by renowned academicians from many countries. It is all possible because of the kind blessings of our Honorable Founder President, Sir, our visionary leadership of respected Chancellor, Sir, Dr. Atul Chauhan, kind support of Mr. Amol Chauhan, Sir, and the continued support of our Group Vice Chancellor, Sir, Director Mr. Babar Abdullayev, and of course, the dedicated team of faculty members who have had many sleepless nights to make this conference a huge success. Please give a huge round of applause to all the people who have supported to the success of this conference. The inaugural started with the welcome of all dignitaries, followed by the lighting of auspicious lamp and Uzbek national anthem to respect the glory of this great nation. The session started with the address of Director Mr. Babar Abdullayev, who focused on the importance of global education and the role of Amity University in strengthening research focused by organizing such conferences that no other universities in Uzbekistan is organizing. His address was followed by the blessings of our Honorable Group Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Gurinder Singh, Sir. His address emphasized on the importance of students to become globally competitive and the vision of Amity University to impart the global skills and knowledge to the students, which enables them to reach to all the corners of the globe. The formal curtain raiser was done by self, highlighting the achievements of past two editions of this conference in 2021 and 2022 with the glimpses of the overall schedule of the current edition. The chief guest for the event, Honorable Rustam Karimjonov, Deputy Minister, Ministry of Digital Technologies, Republic of Uzbekistan, addressed the gathering focusing on gaining relevant skills in rapidly increasing technological age. This was indeed a motivating address for all. Our guest of honor, Professor Verghese, who is a renowned educationalist and academician known worldwide for his contributions in the field of higher education, concentrated on the changing roles of the universities in the advent of changing technological advancement globally. He applauded the efforts of Amity University in providing not only the knowledge, but its meaningful application backed by the technological support. Our eminent guest, His Excellency Mr. Manish Prabhat, Honorable Ambassador, Indian Embassy in Uzbekistan, delivered his address appreciating the effort of Amity University in providing such prestigious platforms for scholars to present their seminal work. Honorable Group Vice Chancellor, Sir, announced the opening of 7 centers that will be operational at Amity University Tashkent campus with immediate effect. The centers that we have just shown. These centers are expected to take the university and its students to the newer heights. The stage was put on to light by the mesmerizing performance by the students of Amity University in Tashkent, representing an Uzbek culture as a symbol of harmony between the two countries. Next in line was a panel discussion moderated by our director, Mr. Babar Abdullayev, on shaping the future, IT trends and their roles in the university education. On the panel were senior rectors of the universities in Uzbekistan, the CEOs of powerful IT companies, and senior academicians. The crux of all discussion was that in future of the university education, IT trends play a vital role, and by embracing IT trends, universities empower students with essential skills, foster personalized learning environment, and facilitate global collaborations, equipping them to thrive in a rapidly evolving job market and shape the future of the society. On day 1, 7 technical sessions were scheduled for research papers presentation, along with a session for case study presentation for the first international case conference, which is organized by Amity University in Tashkent. Amity University Tashkent proudly announced the first case conference, AUT Genesis 2023, which will be a continued trend in the conferences ahead. A total of 84 research papers were presented from authors belonging to 10 countries, and 6 case studies were presented in the case track. The sessions were chaired by the experts from academia and industry from many institutions across the globe. On the second day, the series of keynote speeches by eminent speakers include Professor Amit Prakash Singh, Professor Rodzia Atan, and Dr. Om Prakash on the topics such as application of IoT, cybersecurity, and network system, and many more. This was followed by an interesting tutorial by Dr. Anwar CEO, founder of Mohir Dev on importance of IT and its application in new age world. On day 2, research papers presentation and session of case study presentation with more than 85 research papers and 5 case studies were presented. The sessions were chaired by the eminent personalities in the field of IT. There were seven technical tracks. Post-lunch break, series of keynote speeches from eminent speakers were scheduled. Dr. Dimitris, Dr. Ahmed Elgar, Professor Ravinder Singh focused on the area like recent advances in technology and best practices in disruptive era. 5 more technical sessions were scheduled in the second half, having more than 60 presentations being chaired by 10 session chairs. Day 3, that is today morning, started with 3 keynote addresses by Dr. Manoj Kumar, Professor Raghuraj Singh, and Professor Dr. Abu Bakr from Malaysia, where they touched upon various issues on optimization of software reliability allocation problem using generic algorithm. After the keynote address, 6 technical sessions had 70 plus presentations in different tracks. The validatory session today is graced by Professor Dr. Deepender Jha, who has joined us online, CAO of L&T EduTech, Professor Ikechi, the chair of Kazakhstan section, Dr. Rosie Ismail, Deputy Director, Ministry of Education, Malaysia, and Ms. Dildora, Director of Infocom, Uzbekistan. Please stay tuned for more incoming sessions where we have experience sharing address by our eminent guest, announcement of best research papers and case study awards, and few words from our proud alumni also who've joined us today. The session will end up by the vote of thanks by Dr. Danish. We look forward to the rest of the session. Please give a huge round of applause to the efforts of all the faculty members and the organizing team. My best wishes.
Thank you so much, Dr. So we shall take our journey ahead in understanding how this conference has been. We are the host. You people are the organizers, actually. So now we have this opportunity to invite someone who came as a guest but became a part of Amity family, staying with us for 3 days, participating as a keynote addressee, but also engaging in discussions. We request Dr. Muhammad Rosie Ismail to kindly come to the stage and share his experience of being at Amity, like Amitians, in this international conference. Please welcome Dr. Muhammad Rosie Ismail, Deputy Director. Sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good afternoon to all guests in the hall, especially to the Group Vice Chancellor, Amity University, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh. I'm very impressed with the speech just now. Okay. To Dr. Naina Chowdhury, Chair of ICTACS 2023, and also not forgotten to Mr. Bober Abdullah, Director, Amity University Tashkent, professors, doctors, researchers, and also to all beloved students. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Rosie Ismail. I'm from Malaysia, Ministry of Education, the Deputy Director for Institute Teacher Education for Kota Baru campus, which is stated at the northern of Malaysia. And just to inform that our Institute Teacher Education, altogether we have 35,000 students preparing to be a teachers, graduate for after 5 years, and all is under scholarship of Ministry of Education. So these 35,000 students very important to us because they're going to lead for future Malaysia by having a good education, training in our institution, and then when they go out to be a teacher, they will teach our future student for our future country. So today, on behalf of my institute and also Ministry of Education, I would like to say high appreciation to the Amity University Tashkent for having me to this session. Okay, expert sharing, and the title of my sharing is about agentic, artificial intelligence 5.0, intelligence and consistency of an inspiration and aspiration towards education 2030. Because the time given is only 50 minutes, so I will try to go very fast. So don't worry, it's just 50 minutes. And I'm not very sure if the slide is on the stage, in the screen, but it's okay. Yeah, I will go very fast, okay? So, my beloved student of MIT University, Tashkent, the future of intelligence for an organization is its ability to learn, synthesize, and effectively apply insights at large scale. And why I bring the idea of agentic. I learned this agentic from Finland education system. Finland, their education system is trying to make all students and teachers as an agent. As you know, maybe you know about the agent of James Bond 007. So there is the sample of how Finland want also the student and teachers to be an agent, to bring the good education to all nation, to their nation. So this is something that I learned from Finland education that I bring back to my country for our education, that we also want to produce our student, teachers, and lecturers to be an agent. So when they become an agent, they will bring the good point in their teaching and learning to make sure that everyone will get a good knowledge in the teacher education. Okay. So why I choose artificial intelligence? It's really related to the topic of the conference for ICTACS 2023. When MIT contacted me and said the title of the topics for this conference is about artificial intelligence, yes, in Malaysia, it just new. It just new we want to bring this artificial intelligence for the bright future, for education Malaysia, to bring this idea to make sure that every student in Malaysia will understand what is artificial intelligence. I'm not very sure about student in Tashkent. Did you already expert in artificial intelligence? Really? Wow, that's very impressive. Maybe we can learn something from Tashkent MIT student to bring next to my country about artificial intelligence from this country. So artificial intelligence has the potential to revolutionize education by penalizing, learning, automating administrative tasks, enhancing accessibility, and delivering real-time feedback to learners and educators. So this is the point why we think that artificial intelligence is very important. And I, being very good appeal or apply in this conference, and we hope that this AI also will begin to start over to our students in their teaching and learning in future. Okay. The role of intelligence in education, because my background is in education, so I will talk about AI in the role of education. Learning is impossible without intelligence. We have to be intelligent, not only lecturers, not only professors, not only doctors have to be intelligent, but students, you also have intelligent, especially during your class. Okay. In other words, intelligence is the basic of learning. Please make sure that you understand that intelligence is the basic of learning. The effectiveness of learning is conditioned by the degree of intelligence. It is an accepted fact that students with high intelligence are easier to teach or to direct and guide than students with low intelligence. What are intelligent systems in education? Intelligent system, also known as intelligent tutoring system, refer to an educational software containing an artificial intelligence component. The software tracks students' work, adjusting feedback and providing hints along the way. So this is something that we will also want to apply to our Malaysian students. We want them to intelligence and use AI with the intelligence, not as copy, paste, and then that is intelligent. No, we want the really intelligence by using AI in their studying. Okay. Is it intelligent enough to succeed in life? In these 3 days, we talk about AI. So do you think that AI is enough to succeed in life? Tashkent student, do you think that is enough? No, right? Researcher has found that while intellect is a significant factor in predicting success, it is certainly not the only or even the most important. Recent studies have shown that emotional intelligence is actually a greater indicator for achievement in both academia and life than intellect. So my point here, the most important intelligence rather than AI is emotional intelligence. That's why, because I'm not from the engineering background, I'm not from the computer science background, I'm from human study background, I would like to apply both sides to make sure that we are intelligent in this way. Emotional and also intelligent. EI, emotional intelligence. For me to describe what is emotional intelligence will take one day. So I hope students from today's speech, you get something. Emotional intelligence is very important. To be a leader in the country, to be a leader in the institution, to be a leader in everywhere, if you doesn't have emotional intelligence, you will not be a good leader. So that's why emotional intelligence is much important for future, okay? Okay. What will artificial intelligence be like in 50 years by now? So now is 2023. Plus 50 years, it will be 2083. Maybe will be around on that time, okay? My age is 59, 54 now. So plus 50 years, maybe 104. So I won't be around. You will be the person who will bring the intelligence for future. The future of artificial intelligence in 50 years, noted futurist by Ray Kurzweil previously paged the super intelligence tipping point at around 2045, where machine or AI becomes smarter than humans. Wow, so scary, right? Machine smarter than humans. So now our conference is talking about machine is smarter than humans. But as I said just now, in future, we cannot only control the machine. The emotional also is very important. So although he predicts that by 2029, AI will have human-like intelligence. So that's why maybe in future, if I've been invited by MIT University Tashkent to deliver a keynote, my specific topic is about humanizing the technologies, okay? Meaning that we have to mix the brilliantness, the intelligence about how to be a good manners person in future with the good, okay, technology in future. We have to mix. So that is what I mean with humanizing technologies, okay? I almost done. Intelligence improved by education. Yes, of course. Education is the powerful, the strong, okay? The strong things that we have to think in future. This demonstrates that while education and socio-economic status influence IQ, it is still parental IQ that exerts the strongest predictive effects, okay? So this is the books that I read from the Systematically Analyzing Complex Information. The topics of the book is about machine learning. So yesterday or last 2 days, we heard about the machine robotics from the Nazarbayev University, Kazakhstan. It's very good keynotes. And I think I also learned something from the professor about the robotic machine, how the health also need the machine. So this book, the AI books talk about machine learning, systematically analyzing complex information. I hope in future, students from AUT will also have a chance to read this book and you will be more intelligent in future, okay? Okay, so I almost done. How will AI change education? AI software will eventually provide teachers with same-day analytics, so they know how well their students are grasping concepts and where their weaknesses lie. This will give teachers essential information on what to teach and, more importantly, how to teach. So students, please be careful. AI will recognize either you are lying in your studies or you are doing well by using AI in your studies. So I think this 3 days conference is very beneficial to students to understand that AI is not everything. Computer is not everything, or machine is not everything. Your intelligence and brilliance will bring you to make sure that you are a good nation to bring your country to be very successful in future. Okay. Okay. So my last question on behalf of this 3 days conference, is it AI, artificial intelligence, will replace teachers? We had, I think, bad experience with 3 years without teachers teaching in the classroom. During the MCO, we do online. In the other ways, it's very good. But do you think that AI will replace teacher? Never, right? Yeah, we still need teacher. So when you need teacher, meaning that you need humanizing, the human touch in your teaching and learning. Not AI will represent everything. So I think this 3 days conference is really represent what student needs. Student not only need the technologies, but also the human touch in teaching and learning. So I congratulate AUT student because you are very intelligent and brilliant under the guidance of the professor and doctor from the lecturers from AUT. You know how to bring your future. Okay. Okay, now I think I'm going to the last slide. What is my country's education goals? I'm from Malaysia. Okay, have you been to Malaysia? I would like to welcome the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Naina, and also Dr. Bubur to visit Malaysia with students and lecturers to see how Malaysia now is struggle very hard to make sure, to ensure our education is ready for Sustainable Development Goals, SDG Education 2030. Education 2030 by UNESCO is really focusing on how to give the best education to the whole student in the whole world. And in Malaysia, we are focusing on doing SDG. So the ministry is led by Minister of Education, aims to provide all Malaysian citizens with equal access to quality education that form highly skilled, knowledgeable, and united Malaysian. So that's why since 2020, Ministry of Education Malaysia started not to introduce any more examination in the primary school. Why? Because we want to give the equal and quality education to all students in Malaysia, not based on the examination, but based on the intelligence and the smart teachers to teach students in the classroom. So I hope this support by having collaboration with Uzbekistan. And yeah, after this, I also invited by Singapore. I will go to Singapore on the next day and also to China for 1 week, okay, to share about this topic. I think it's a good time for me to share something that Malaysia is doing heading Education 2030. So once again, thank you to AUT for having me for this valedictory session. And I hope to see you more in future. And to all Uzbekistan students, I wish you all the best, and you are the future for your country. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, before I left the session, I think I have a good a gift to the Vice Chancellor. It's a book, okay, authored by our previous Prime Minister, if you know him, Mahathir, okay. Mahathir is our previous Prime Minister, and he create this book for the student from Malaysia who has been sent to study in Japan under Look is policy of Malaysia. So he chose out of 19,000 students has been chosen for a scholarship to go and study to Japan. Only 50 students been selected for the book, and I think I want to show something to the audience that the story that chosen by our Prime Minister is about my story. So yeah, so this book I want to give to MIT University Tashkent on behalf because inviting me for this great conference. So this is for the Vice Chancellor, please. Yeah, okay.
And we also invite you, all of you, to join this movement of connecting Uzbekistan with Malaysia with so much compassion, attachment, and learning. Thank you so much, sir. So the countries he mentioned, he did his bachelor's from Japan, he did his PhD from USA, and he did his master's in Kuala Lumpur. Thank you so much, sir. Insightful, encouraging, energetic. The trademark of amity seems like contagious to you also, and thank you so much. Now we have an address by Ms. Dildora Tursunova, Director for Strategic Development of United Integrator Uzinfocom LLC, Uzbekistan, with experience of 19 years, working with different organizations, consultancies, and our speakers are so enthusiastic that they stop us from introductions as well. Over to you, ma'am.
Clicker есть? Clicker.
Slides.
Yes.
I'll just-
Окей. Добрый день, друзья. Добрый день, дамы и господа. Я счастлива быть частью такого грандиозного мероприятия. Благодарю мистера Бабура Абдуллаева за приглашение. Надеюсь, вы еще не устали? Да? Ну-ка, покажем, как мы не устали. Здорово. Отлично. Ну, сначала, наверное, представлюсь. Меня зовут Дильдора Турсунова. Я являюсь директором по стратегическому развитию в едином интеграторе Uzinfocom. И сегодня я буду рассказывать про наши проекты, в частности, про проекты в искусственном интеллекте. Вот как предыдущий наш прекрасный спикер сказал, искусственный интеллект везде. И про него мы сегодня поговорим, но до этого я бы хотела рассказать про единый интегратор Uzinfocom. Компания уже 21 год на рынке. Мы создали и внедрили более 1000 очень крутых и больших проектов. На сегодняшний день мы работаем над такими проектами, как цифровизация здравоохранения, агропромышленности, энергетики, системы образования и много-много других проектов. Ну и в том числе искусственный интеллект, в том числе проекты по IoT и многое другое. И сегодня я хочу рассказать, это наше видео, да? Видео поставьте, пожалуйста. 2-минутное видео про Uzinfocom. Это про компанию, а теперь мы про продукты поговорим. Включите, пожалуйста, презентацию. Как вы видели на презентации, компания, кроме того, что разрабатывает очень много разных IT-продуктов, глобальных информационных систем. Также она является администратором доменной зоны УЗ. Также у нас есть огромный дата-центр, в котором находятся основные ресурсы госсистем, ну то есть тот же самый единый портал. Кто-нибудь про единый портал слышал? Куда все жалобы пишут? Да? Ну вот я обычно, когда меня спрашивают, где ты работаешь, я говорю, а вы про портал знаете? Вот тогда всем 100% все становится понятно. Сегодня я хочу рассказать про очень интересные и, на мой взгляд, крутые проекты в сфере искусственного интеллекта. У нас их 4 основных проекта, и флагманским у нас является MyID Vision. Но до этого хотелось бы сказать, что через нашу систему биометрической идентификации на сегодняшний день уже прошло более 5 миллионов активных пользователей, а количество аутентификаций достигло 25 миллионов. Это только на сегодняшний день. И это при том, что мы искусственным интеллектом занимаемся буквально недавно, ну, можно сказать, года 2. У нас есть отдельный департамент большой, который занимается этими проектами. И можно следующий слайд? По анализу рынка на сегодняшний день оценка рынка биометрической идентификации оценивается в 27,5 миллиардов долларов. Вы представляете? И это один из самых важных, наверное, факторов развития именно этой сферы. Кроме того, биометрическая идентификация может использоваться и сейчас очень активно развивающихся маркетплейсах, и в платежных системах. И очень круто она внедряется в банковскую систему, в работу мобильных операторов. Дайте следующий слайд. И если говорить конкретно про продукты, то один из продуктов – это видеоаналитика. Следующий слайд. Еще один продукт – это у нас Palm ID. Я сейчас буду про каждый из них более подробно рассказывать, что это за продукты. Palm ID. И следующее – это голосовой помощник Мухлиса. Но начнем мы конкретно с MyID Vision, с биометрической идентификацией. Наша MyID биометрическая идентификация, она состоит из 3 основных компонентов, которые как раз-таки являются особенными для нашего продукта. Первое – это liveness detection. Liveness detection позволяет отличить картинку от живого человека. Нельзя обмануть систему, показав ей фотографию, какое-то видео, либо какую-то 3D-модель. Система обязательно распознает, что это не живой человек. Следующая фишка в системе – это face recognition. Face recognition – это сравнительный анализ. Она может анализировать либо 1 к 1, то есть какой-то определенной фотографии сравнивать человека, либо к огромной базе данных, 1 ко многим сравнивать. И третья, тоже крутая фишка в системе – это face comparison. Следующий слайд. Она позволяет, вообще эта модель, она создана на основании геометрического рисунка лица и распознается по 512 точкам, что позволяет нам делать максимально вероятным эту идентификацию. Вот если посмотрите, у нас на картинке 2 кейса. Один – это наш сотрудник Рустам. Тут фотография его 8 лет назад и сегодня. Большая, да, разница? Вот эта система из 512 точек, она позволяет распознать человека, даже если он сильно потолстел, похудел, у него там шрамы на лице, какие-то изменения, бороду отрастил, неважно, система обязательно распознает. Либо вот другой кейс, это с близнецами. Система на основе вот этого моделирования, она сможет распознать, что это не один и тот же человек, хотя они, может быть, на первый взгляд очень сильно похожи. Следующий слайд. Куда мы уже внедрили и где еще можно использовать вообще биометрическую идентификацию MyID? Первое – это система банков. На сегодняшний день более 80% банков Узбекистана используют MyID-идентификацию, нашу. И на основании нее человек, единожды авторизовавшись в мобильном приложении банка, имеет доступ ко всем ее услугам. То есть вы представляете, насколько искусственный интеллект, насколько подобные программы и продукты, они облегчают онбординг клиентов. То есть не нужно стоять в очереди, не нужно 3 часа сдавать документы, заполнять какие-то сумасшедшие анкеты. То есть система позволяет одновременно, ежечасно обслуживать огромное количество клиентов. Следующее, где мы внедрили MyID-идентификацию, это у нас получение виртуальных сим-карт. Недавно вышла новость про ОК, проект ОК. Слышал от Билайна кто-нибудь? Слышали, да? Вот там тоже MyID, биометрическая идентификация используется как раз-таки. То есть через нашу идентификацию можно получать виртуальные сим-карты. Кроме того, вот недавно у нас ИКТ-неделя была, ICTACS. На ней мы как раз и демонстрировали картомат. В частности, картомат ТНГ банка. Он тоже внедрил биометрическую идентификацию MyID, и через нее можно в течение 1 минуты получить MasterCard. Представляете? Прямо там можно было получить. В любых филиалах, кстати, сегодня можно уже это делать. Следующий наш удивительный проект – это MyID-аналитика, видеоаналитика. Видеоаналитика позволяет, к примеру, ритейлу собирать информацию о всех своих клиентах по половому признаку, по возрастному признаку, да, то есть видеоаналитика анализирует всех клиентов, которые заходили, выходили в магазин, может проанализировать, сколько человек вообще зашло, что это за люди, какого возраста, какого пола. То есть это дает большую возможность для развития бизнеса. Кроме этого, у системы есть функция heatmap, то есть она формирует хитмэпы. Это создает возможность, например, для ритейла того же, создавать более эффективный мерчендайзинг. Ну, правильно продукты расставлять, правильно коммуникацию осуществлять, да? Следующий проект наш – это Palm. Palm ID позволяет нам идентифицировать человека по ладони, точнее, по венам ладони и по их кровотоку. Эта система является еще более безопасной даже, чем Face ID. Ну, то есть, например, данных для Face ID можно там в социальных сетей где-то взять, ну, раздобыть где-нибудь, но по венам точно нигде взять нельзя. То есть вместо вас никто какую-то процедуру по идентификации не пройдет, только вы. И мы ее сейчас пилотно запускаем в метрополитене посредством интеграции с карточками АТО, с приложением АТО. И можно будет в метрополитене просто вот так руку провести и пройти, и пользоваться метро, представляете? Следующий у нас умный помощник Мухлиса. Прикольный проект, голосовой помощник. На сегодняшний день она может переводить речь в текст и текст в речь. То есть использование подобных технологий тоже много. Можно в колл-центрах использовать. На сегодняшний день, например, мы в Сенате используем ее для помощи в протоколировании всех совещаний. В дальнейшем Мухлиса будет развиваться, и будем внедрять в нее систему НЛП. Но я думаю, про НЛП тоже многие уже знают, да? И еще одна новинка, которую мы как раз в едином портале использовали. Мы внедрили Мухлису в единый портал, и теперь люди, которые недостаточно обладают знаниями в IT, не знают, как полноценно можно использовать, например, портал, Мухлиса помогает им быстро и легко находить эти услуги. А кроме этого, вот эта система, голосовой помощник, он помогает инклюзивной части нашего населения тоже иметь возможность пользоваться этим порталом. По MyID-идентификации хотелось бы сказать, что на сегодняшний день уже более 24 банков используют систему. В 13 платежных системах уже работает и на 10 маркетплейсах. Ну, цифры еще можно посмотреть, но кроме этого, проект MyID биометрической идентификации признан лучшим проектом по цифровизации в 2021 году Европейским банком реконструкции и развития. А недавно мы еще получили сертификацию от независимой компании в Соединенных Штатах, она называется iBeta, и она дает сертификат только в том случае, когда действительно система биометрической идентификации работает с максимальной вероятностью. Вот если вы посмотрите на слайде, какие только они тесты не проводили, видите, они фильтры ставили, маски одевали. В общем, очень много тестирования они проводят, просто чтобы дать сертификат того, что действительно система надежная. Вот этот сертификат мы тоже получили. Среди наших клиентов огромное Таджикистан, есть Великобритания, Грузия. Следующий слайд покажите. На этом слайде следующий. Все? На следующем слайде были указаны, в общем, компании, которые пользуются все маркетплейсы, все платежные системы, огромное количество. У Zoom тот же. Я их хотела показать. Но, в принципе, вот про искусственный интеллект хотелось бы сказать, что очень обширная сфера, в которой очень интересно работать и развивать. И я бы призывала, наверное, развиваться больше в этом направлении. В заключение хочется сказать, чувствуется прямо, что вы все устали, да? В заключение хочется сказать, что Амити – замечательный университет. У нас на сегодняшний день уже работает несколько выпускников, по-моему, около 5 выпускников вашего университета. И они большие молодцы. Я думаю, что вы тоже. Желаю университету, чтобы было много вовлеченных и имеющих тягу к знаниям студентов, а студентам я желаю огромной мотивации, чтобы любые изменения, которые происходят в мире, в технологиях, для вас всегда являлись огромной возможностью. И желаю больших успехов в учебе. Спасибо большое.
Большое спасибо, Дин. A strange language is never a strange language. It sounds like music to us, and music is understandable by everyone. Thank you so much for talking about technology, talking about innovations, talking about students as well and the things they can do. Now we shall move ahead with the presence of our esteemed guests who are online. So I invite Dr. Shalki to take it ahead.
Thank you so much, Mr. Parveen. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an immense honor to introduce our distinguished guest joining us online, Dr. Dipendra Kumar Jha, a luminary in the field of education and academia. With a stellar career that includes key role as a vice chancellor at prominent institutions such as University of Petroleum Energy Studies, GD Goenka, KR Mangalam, and Adamas, Dr. Jha brings a wealth of experience and expertise. Currently serving as the Chief Academic Officer at L&T EduTech, he continues to be an example of wisdom and innovation in the education sector. I kindly request Dr. Dipendra Kumar Jha to share his valuable insights with the gathering. So,
Thank you. Thank you and greetings from India. Good afternoon, one and all. Esteemed dignitaries, Mr. Bobur Abdullah.
Unmute yourself. We're not able to hear you.
I have unmuted already.
Yes. Now we are able to hear you. Yes, sir.
Is it okay now?
Yes, sir. It's fine.
All right. Good afternoon, one and all, once again. Esteemed dignitaries on and off dais there, Mr. Bobur Abdullah, Director AUT, Professor Dr. Gurinder Singh, Group Vice Chancellor, Amity Universities, Dr. Naina Chaudhary, Chair ICTACS 2023, Dr. Mohammad Rozi Ismail, Ms. Dildora Turshonova, and the other, Dr. Ikechi, Mr. Amol Chauhan, and the other dignitaries, the participants of this conference. I was going through, the conference report by Dr. Naina Chaudhary, and it was amazing to know that it was a successful conference with more than 800 papers, out of which 200 odd were selected. That shows that how rigorous the selection process was. So I congratulate you at the onset. We all know that how things are changing. I mean, things that used to be so great maybe 5 years back, many of them are obsolete now. When I was invited by your university, esteemed university, I have been a great admirer of this Amity group throughout. I have watched closely the growth story of Amity, and a big fan. So and today is no exception. That it was wonderful. Though I can feel it from here. It would have been great, to visit your campus, but then, for some personal reasons, I could not make it. But looks like an amazing campus and a very professionally conducted this session. So thank you so much. I thought when things are changing in every walk of life. Education and research cannot be an exception. A lot of things, what we do at the, at one hand, we know that, a lot of things are happening. Our student and, people around the globe, they are, making efforts to, bring new changes, new things, through their research. But if you see, out of, I was just, going through the statistics a bit, that, out of 5.14 million research papers that were published last year, more than 80% could not be published on a reputed forum, or say there were no, people who cited those, publications. The number of publications which were cited were very less. So I think one thing that I wanted was, to give this message also was, whatever we are doing a research is actually our effort to make this place, a world, a better place to live. So we need to be careful that who is going to care for this research that we are doing. And then research and education both are integrated. Things are changing even in education. While, MIT probably is one of the forthcoming progressive university, but if you see an overall scenario, I thought of giving, sharing, some of the things on education and research, and probably how, things are changing or are likely to change in, near future. So I would like, I hope I have got the privilege of sharing. I would like to share a small presentation. Hope you can see this presentation. Yeah. Can someone confirm that it is visible?
Sir, it's visible.
Great. So this title is Teaching, Learning and Research Back to the Future. I would just would like to, quickly, though it's only 15 minutes, so I would like to, quickly take you through certain facts. The formal education system that we all, know is actually that was introduced in 18th century, actually around 1760. The early school, resembled almost like a, like an industry, and the initial the reason why this was introduced was to improve children's mind in producing punctual, obedient workforce for the factories. So the school or college themselves were like a conveyor belt for sorting, training, and disciplining future workers. They were kind of factory themselves. If you see, a resemblance, early images of a factory and a school, there was not a lot of difference, much of a difference. The children seated in rows, facing in front, and looking unhappy. In many respects, things have changed little, even today. In today's classroom, the lecture theater and lecture theaters, students are still expected to sit in rows, listening to the teacher. This industrial classroom is no longer fit for purpose. Because the reason why such classroom teaching or say such education was introduced is actually that doesn't exist now. We need to reshape it for the 21st century. So it needs to equip today's student, young people, with the skills to thrive tomorrow's world. And tomorrow's world, as we know, many of the graduates who would join the workforce, the research shows that half of the skill set that would be required for next 3 to 4 decades of their active life, professional life. Half of the skill sets are not even known yet. Computers can not only be programmed to fulfill our tasks, but they are actually learning. And as we call artificial intelligence, machine learning, those things are actually on the rise. And many of the sessions that was covered by this conference also talked about this, highlighted about this thing. So now it's like applying their processing power to massive data sets, the data set that we are talking. And within few years, the development in technology such as AI, ML, robotics, nanotechnology, 3D printing, they are going to transform most of the occupations. It's not that they are not there. They're all there, but maybe the size and the skill that we are talking, maybe in a few years from now, it's going to change the most of the occupations, the jobs. According to World Economic Forum's research, a wide range of occupations will require a higher degree of cognitive ability, such as creativity, logical reasoning, and problem sensitivity as part of their core skill set. In fact, by 2025, half of today's work activities would be automated. It will go to, robotics or say AI, ML kind of thing. They will take over. The humanoid robots probably will take over. This is a very different world to one that our schools and universities were designed to serve during the first industrial revolution. Now we are in fourth industrial revolution, and we have already started talking about fifth. But a lot of things have not changed if I see, in a global scale. How can you teach a digital native when they can just Google, or these days it's a chat GPT, again, probably it will become a verb. They can just do it. With a world of readily searchable knowledge at our fingertips, we don't need to memorize the facts. So one of my predecessors, he was talking about whether the teacher will exist. Teachers, of course, will exist, but which form is something that we need to debate. Not the one that we have been through, or many of the teachers are, not the traditional ones, because they were mostly source of information. But information now is everywhere. So you don't need people to be, teachers to be source of information. What we need is them to be source of inspiration. If we can engage, if we can inspire the new generation, they will be teachers. So many things we traditionally learned at school might start to feel a little pointless in digital age. Handwriting, the rules of spelling and grammar, foreign languages, and this list can be on. But we need now, or will need now, new skills like how to interpret research results, critically assess the quality and accuracy of available information, because a lot of things through this AI, this authenticity, of anything, including a person, a persona of someone, is at stake. Okay, and to make ethical judgments about how to use it. We'll all need to think creatively to come up with solutions to increasingly complex global problems. Now, what is this has actually already started in some of the countries, what we call phenomenon-based learning. So, maybe in future, what will happen is no longer, departmentalized, compartmentalized, teaching learning. We have today, Department of Management or School of Management, Engineering, Physics, Chemistry. But what this, phenomenon-based learning talks about is, it's actually not about physics. It's not about chemistry. It's not about mathematics or management. It's about a phenomenon. So it talks about, splitting learning into different subject topics are taught in more holistic and real world way, project-based learning, and even beyond that. So skills such as communication, creativity, and critical thinking will better prepare the student to apply their knowledge in 21st century skill set. Interdisciplinary modules. I'm glad that you are coming up with interdisciplinary, one research centers. This is the need of the hour. And the next generation learning is going to be flipped. It's already happening. So if you see on the right, what is phenomenon-based learning? It's like establishing the phenomena, the goals. So it's not about studying physics and then eventually, everything you would go and use them in a project. It's like right from the beginning, establishing a phenomena, then engage and immerse the learners, and then personalize, because the pace of learning, the inclination, interest, everything is different. So we cannot have massive classrooms and everyone being taught at the same pace and the same thing. That's changing. So establish evidence-based inquiry to knowledge, then question, do reflection, and then documenting and the portfolio making. This is what is phenomenon-based learning, and it's already being a reality. We all know problem-solving approach, how we go about it. The teacher to work as a facilitator, and therefore you don't need to stand necessarily. I mean, sometimes it will be important, but then not necessarily at the front and all the student facing, that teacher when a teacher is imparting his wisdom. The student don't come to class just to listen, and therefore they don't need to sit in rows facing the front. In the education system of the future, homework will happen before lesson. We are talking about flipped classroom. You will be given, the videos, of the lecture. The student will be prepared, and in the classroom, it will be only like teacher solving a problem. Wherever there are issues, teacher will try to solve it. So we are talking about blended learning. Blended is the future. Blended is present, in fact, and a huge power of social media. This is an Insta generation, not even Facebook and others. So I think the power of this is going to, if students are hooked to that, then the teaching learning, the modules, videos also needs to be, are needed to be, developed in that fashion, which suits the current generation. The university of the future not necessarily will have, places, one large classroom, the fixed furnitures, etc. That is also one reality, but then apart from that, it will have wider variety of places for learning, from spaces where large groups can work together and to secluded corners for concentration and everything in between. You can see in the left, if you can. So innovation, communication, and collaboration are the core skills. And I'm glad that MIT Tashkent has, opened one Center for Innovation here. I will talk about it in a while. Routine tasks will continue to be taken over by computers. So we need to know what computer can do, but then at the same time, we need to also know what computers cannot do if we want to succeed. The individuals will be valued for their creativity and intuition that only human mind can offer. The silos for faculty and departments will not exist. As I said, no longer physics and management and these departments. Instead, the system will talk about the need to glue people together in different ways. So, ideas can happen anywhere, in corridor as much as in the laboratories. So the design of the university will be made like that. At one end, there might be a specialized laboratories. At the other end, spatial space where researchers from different disciplines can just sit and talk about the meaning of life. So no more building full of enclosed spaces. Small spaces to engage learners. And the technology is going to be the decider, at the heart of all teaching and learning space of the future. Dynamic learning environment to support real-time student to student, teacher to student, and student to teacher interactions. That's what is going to be the future of education. The next frontier is totally immersive learning. Tools for 3D models and visualization at classroom scale. I'm not saying that they are not available. AR, VR, all models are available. But these days, they are at pilot stage, but they are going to take a center stage. So how can we, as I've said, back to the future. So what can make these things happen? What is going to happen is stronger industry academia link. We are talking about something like AstraZeneca Oxford collaboration, which actually eventually gave a vaccine which saved millions, billions of lives. This is what kind of collaboration meaningful collaboration we are talking, and possibilities are endless. So the key lines will be connect, remain connected, collaborate, and co-create things. Anywhere, anytime learning. Now, no longer classroom. Of course, classroom will exist, but in a different format. Maybe you come there with some, you would have gone through already certain things, and you just go there and discuss. So customization for learner first approach. It's like customization. As I said, pace, inclination, interest, everything varies. So there can't be one fit for all approach. Considering a shift towards a more personalized learning experience, teachers of the future must be prepared to be data collectors as well as analysts, planners, collaborators, curriculum experts, synthesizers, problem solvers, and researchers, and whatnot actually. But not like someone who will memorize something and then impart it in the classroom. Gone are the days. So this is what the education. Now, how the research is happening. I would just touch upon some research, and I'm sure that some of these things that must have happened during this research conclave as well. the problem is what we do is normally the researchers will go and do research to a point of invention, and which is actually called discovery of a new idea. They will go to that, they will publish the result, and that's it. Very few of them actually they go to innovation stage, which is actually application of the new idea for newer outcome. This is something is now, I mean, this status quo or this status has already been been scanned, already in the scanner, and people have started challenging this approach, challenging even universities, many funding agencies, industry partners, and future students. Now, what is innovation then? Research and the production of knowledge becomes innovation once the knowledge is applied to in a new and novel manner to create new outcome. That's what we call innovation. And this IP that is created is what adds value to industry, which can be commercialized actually, not only has academic value as we normally say. Social innovation is also equally important. The knowledge-driven world is global and multidisciplinary and is facilitated by new technologies. I will just touch upon what kind of innovation categories are there. There are 4 kinds of innovation categories. One is product innovation, where we are, which describes the changes in things, product, and services. There is another innovation which is called category, which is process innovation. That's like changes in ways in which product and services are created and delivered. That's the process. The third one is position innovation. It says change in context in which the product and services are introduced. Context, places. The fourth one, the most important one, is paradigm innovation. It's actually changing the complete. Once this happens, you would not go to the earlier process or earlier thing. Now, if you see the class, there are 2 types. One is disruptive innovation, which is actually transformational. It is discontinuous, but it's like just something is happening and it just breaks. The other one is sustaining innovation, which is actually evolutionary. It will evolve out of something, which is a continuous thing, unless one disruption again hits. So I think these kind of innovation that we are talking and the research that happening should actually focus on these things. Current status is most of the ideas are actually in process, product, and position categories. So generation of new ideas or doing new things with existing ideas. However, the elements of process innovation and paradigm innovation are the ones that university could make a unique contribution if it were to position itself differently in the future. See, universities are in a unique position actually. All the universities, they are not like a response. They don't have a university responsibility of a government or a mission of charity or say lobby groups. Zero tolerance policy of a failure like industry, or a strict economics imperative of a private enterprise. They have slight, I would say controlled, of course, but then freedom. They can actually embrace an approach to innovation and its management that reestablishes them as the perceived center of innovation. So future scenarios, as I see, is like employers are no longer, going to see degree or an MBA as a premium, as the graduates will be too theoretical and generalist, know-it-all kind. What we need is actually thought leaders in their fields, publishing open source articles, in fact, on the web to disseminate their ideas and seeking almost instant impact. So actually what will happen in future is the publication will be first and probably peer review will be later. That's where we are heading actually, because we are so connected world, instantly will open source source articles, and instantly the impact will come, citation will come. Securing employment will become more of a priority of the younger generation than having a degree. So now there is compelling reason for the universities to be with industry, because industry knows that how fast it is moving, so that the graduates can see value in it and go for it. Academics will need to sustain personal development and research base. So dynamically, key to survival and growth is, just kind of summarizing, both education and this dynamically changing curriculum, pedagogy, and assessment. And this would be like how closely it can actually integrate with industry. Adapting and generating MOOCs. A lot of MOOCs, the sources are available, massive sources from industry, from academia, from around the globe. You have heard the likes of Coursera and so many this thing. Shift from conventional teaching and research to innovation. That's the most important thing. Even if we are doing some sort of research, actually we are going till the point of invention. We generate new idea and stop it. I think there we need this, probably the innovation center that you are creating. I hope that it can go, not only it will talk about the number of publication that you are going to have, but how can the impact, like innovation, it can go to innovation through different ways. It can be through entrepreneurship, like incubation of certain ideas, and commercialization aspect, and tying up with energy. So it has to be, in a nutshell, outcomes driven approach. This is what I wanted to share at this moment. With this, I want to also congratulate you once again, and I hope that the attendees and the student would have gathered a lot of information. The attendees would have made friends for lifetime. They would have enjoyed your hospitality. I missed it this time. Probably there is always a next. Thank you so much for having me here, and I wish you all a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was indeed a wonderful presentation from inception of the school, then education till industrial revolution. You covered it all, sir. Thank you. Definitely an insightful presentation for all of us and the students. Moving further, ladies and gentlemen, it is both a privilege and momentous occasion as we welcome Dr. Ikechi, a distinguished senior member of IEEE, who serves as a chair of the IEEE Kazakhstan subsection and is a prominent figure in the School of Engineering and Digital Sciences as the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, Nazarbayev University, Kazakhstan. Sir has been with us since the beginning of the conference and has supported us constantly throughout the journey. Dr. Ikechi's contributions to the field of electrical and computer engineering has left an indelible mark, and we are honored to have him here today. His insights and expertise are sure to be enlightening for all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for welcoming Dr. Ikechi for his address.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. I hope I'm audible enough.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay, thank you. I'm happy to be part of this conference right from inception. This year we're having the third edition of the ICTACS conference. So I would like to thank the organizers of the conference, especially Dr. Naina, for her untiring effort in making sure that this conference is a success. I would also like to extend my thanks to the leaders of this university, especially the Vice Chancellor and other members of this university. And I also want to thank the organizers of the conference, including all participants that presented their papers in the course of this conference, for all contributing to making this conference a great success. So today, I would like to share a short presentation. Maybe I can share my screen. Let's see. Okay, so I would like to talk about the IEEE Kazakhstan subsection, which is the subsection that we are part of, including Amit University Tashkent. IEEE Kazakhstan subsection covers not only Kazakhstan, but Uzbekistan and Tajikistan. So I would like to start with talking a little bit about IEEE, which we all understand is the world's largest technical professional organization that is dedicated to advancing technology for the benefit of humanity. And IEEE and its members inspire a global community to innovate for the better tomorrow through IEEE's highly cited publications, conferences, technology standards, and educational activities. So this is also part of what we are contributing to in this conference that is going on. And IEEE's key values are technical innovation and access to cutting-edge information, networking opportunities, which are exclusive member benefits. So about IEEE's mission is to foster technological innovation and excellence for the benefit of humanity. And the vision is to be essential and, of course, to be relevant to the global technical community and to technical professionals everywhere. So I would like to talk a little bit about the Kazakhstan subsection, IEEE. So who are we, right? So we were established in the June of 2017. So we started with a group of vibrant faculty members and students who are pushing for recognition within the IEEE community. And we formed the subsection during this time. And the community has been growing ever since. And now we have a total of about 564 members. And out of these members, we have 184 student members and 58 graduate student members. So currently we have about 3 society chapters, 3 student branches, 2 student branch chapters, and 2 affinity groups. So so far, so here is the list of the current student branches that we have in our subsection. So we have 2 active student branch. Of course, we have our vibrant Nazarbayev University student branch. And we also have Asana IT University student branch, which was established this year. Nazarbayev student branch was established the same year as the subsection was established. And we have KBT University student branch in Almaty, SDU Suleiman Demirel University in Almaty and Kaznu. Also, so these 3 student branches, they are not so active, but they are planning to create their own student branches in the near future, and we are giving them all the support that we can. And we are also, I was informed that most of a lot of students at Amity University Tashkent are already IEEE members. So this is a very great news. So I'm looking forward to having the establishment of Amity University Tashkent student branch, Uzbekistan, to become part of the family. So here are the priorities for our subsections for 2003, even though we're coming to the end of the year, but we are still doing our best. So we try to provide the member experience that is valuable during their student and professional life. So we organize several activities, both at the student branch level and at the subsection level. So we also make sure everyone is welcome and also find relevant services in the IEEE. We also try our best to bring new volunteers and also engage them in a healthy pipeline. And we also improve our presence in undeserved communities. So we have our students and student projects that go to some communities to teach underprivileged pupils and students. So we organize and have these activities and projects of this nature in our subsection. So recently we have a joint chapter of societies, which has been established in the subsection. So the reason for these joint chapters, because we don't have the numbers in terms of members of these different societies. So the best way to create it is to have a joint chapter of societies. So this way, individual society can operate, but within the umbrella of the joint chapter of societies. So we have 2 of them. The first 2 in the boxes, the first 2 boxes, they are together, they were created together. So they include all the listed societies. And Amity University is welcome to also join in these societies and the activities. And the second batch was recently approved by IEEE Region 8. And we are, trying to, get things up and going. So you are all invited to choose a society of your interest. And of course, to be a member of any of these societies, you have to first of all be an IEEE member, and then you can subscribe to becoming a member of a society of your choice so that you can participate and get the benefits of that these societies offer. So the student branches basically is very important. Student branches, they are the core of the student membership. So they provide opportunities in student areas of interest, and they also have to prepare future professionals. So the student branch offers learning and social experiences, which I will talk about a little bit later, and so provides collaboration opportunities with IEEE colleagues and member groups. So here's a snapshot of the organizational structure of the subsection. Like I mentioned, we have our student branches, society chapters. We also have Women in Engineering Affinity Group. We have the Young Professional Affinity Group. We do not have we are yet to have the Entrepreneurship Committee. So for the student branch, we have student branches for each university. And we are hoping that we are going to have the student branch for Amity University, Tashkent, very soon. For the society chapters, I invite Amity University students and graduate students to become members of one or two of these societies, and also so that they can be able to enjoy the benefits and participate in the activities that are involved. That is as well as Women in Engineering. So for each of these societies, we have, for example, the student branch. Student branch for each university, we have a student branch representative, who will be a faculty member. And this representative will be the counselor of the student branch of that university. And this person will also serve as the executive board members of the subsection. So the same, we have representatives for the society chapters. We also have representatives for the affinity groups. So this is a very brief explanation in terms of a very brief overview in terms of the structure of our subsection. And so for the board members, we have these positions that we have our members occupying at the moment. So like I mentioned, a faculty member from each university student branch will be the student branch counselor, who will also be a member of this board of this subsection. So how can you help and also advance your studies and career at the same time as an IEEE member? So as you all know, IEEE is a volunteer-led organization, and all of us can have a say in what IEEE will be in the future. And IEEE strive to serve each and every member needs, ensuring IEEE as their professional home as students and throughout their life career. So IEEE is a home base for all IEEE members. And IEEE member benefits from networking. Being an IEEE member, you have access to a ton of database of professionals. You can meet people. A very good example is the ongoing conference. I believe the students have had opportunities to meet a lot of leading professionals during this conference. And the major benefits for volunteers who serve in IEEE is to you serve in different positions, at your local or regional level. But at the end of the day, you end up acquiring some leadership skills, which you may or may not be able to get in the university or the academy. So now about the student branch. So I've been saying about, being happy to have you guys at Amity University Tashkent establish a student branch. So the question is, how do we establish a student branch? It's a very simple process. So first, you gather a group of students. At least you need a minimum of 12 students and at least 3 professors or 3 faculty members. So each of these students must have membership status, an active membership status. And then the next step is to submit a petition. And then after submitting the petition, you need to form an executive, and then you go on with your activities. So, to become a member, you can, open a IEEE website and then, follow the process online to become a member or a student member by filling in your information. So for the membership fees, our region has been granted some discount by IEEE. So I think the student fee at this moment per year is about this amount, 15.7 thousand Uzbekistan som. So I think for students, maybe for a month, it might seem a lot, but if you break this amount over the years, so this is about $12. So if you break it up within a year, it's not a very huge amount to put in for your future. So I encourage every student to become an IEEE member. And then after becoming a member, the next step is to submit your petition about forming a student branch. And then, so you have the organizers. The organizers must be a student or a graduate student. And whoever that is submitting the petition will be the student branch chair until an election is held later on. So the endorsers will be the head of department of the institution, a faculty counselor, and at least 2 faculty members who may be just IEEE active members or graduate student member grades or higher. So yes, we need about 12 active IEEE members at the time of the formation of the student branch. And the final approvals are the regional director and the regional student activities chair. So when you're trying to submit your petition, you also have to fill in the questionnaire regarding the plans of your student branch. It is very important because they are going to review whatever information you put there to decide whether or not to approve the formation of your student branch. So, and then you can form your executive committee of the student branch. So you have your chair, your vice chair, your secretary, the treasurer, and the website manager. So it is important to have a website manager because it's crucial to be able to disseminate information about your activities to the larger IEEE community. So I believe for the role of the chair, most of us understand that you have to preside over all the meetings, hold regular meetings, appoint committees to help in running day-to-day activities of the student branch. So of course you have your vice chair, secretary has his mandates, the treasurer will deal with the money aspect because we need your finance to be able to manage the activities of your student branch. So you also need to prepare an annual calendar. So this is a sample annual calendar, right, for your student branch. So the annual calendar, it's advised to have a calendar starting from January through December because IEEE functions from an actual year from January to December, not semester per semester. So that means that even summer, you can also have some activities during summer period. When schools are on vacation. So here are some of the activities that have been conducted by our student branch. We had the STEM Day at Nazarbayev University. Here are some of our student branch members. We also had research assistant talks. So a lot of our students, because this is a research-based university, so a lot of our students, even the undergraduate students, are encouraged to engage in research activities starting from second year. So we usually have these research assistant talks where students come together to share their research progress and share knowledge among themselves. So we also had this 24-hour Arduino competition where students come together to create. So IEEE has also organized this kind of Arduino competition at the regional level. So basically what we do is to have these competitions at our different student branch levels, and then we nominate at least 4 participants. So for the IEEE Region 8 Arduino competition, each section or subsection is supposed to present 4 teams. So these 4 teams will be elected from this individual Arduino competition contest organized at the different student branch level. And based on the winners, we can select the 4 that will go and represent the subsection at the regional level. And yes, we had IEEE Day. So this is a very special event organized every year by IEEE. And IEEE encourages every section and every subsection to celebrate this event, however they can do it. So this event is done on the 4th of October of every year. So, but you can, for our university of our subsection, because this event was organized by our student branch. So during this October 4 was our fall break, so the students were not available, so we had to move this event to October 13. So it is also allowed to move it at least within 10 days of this October 4 celebrated. So this event was supported by our university president and the provost, was supported by the university in general. So it was a successful event. So I would also encourage Amity University to also join in celebrating this for the next year's edition of this event. So about students, IEEE students activities and awareness. So IEEE provides funding for student activities. So if your student branch has an event, you can actually apply for funding of up to $500 per event. Recently, our subsection has been getting a lot of recognition at the regional level. So if as a student branch, you apply for any funding to support your activities, IEEE will be very happy to support you financially. So I encourage you to, take part in this. We also have our Women in Engineering affinity group. Recently, we also secured some funding for an activity that will be taking place in Almaty this year. So again, the Women in Engineering, they submitted an application for this activity, and IEEE was happy to grant them the sum of $1,000 for their event, which will happen sometime this month. So you are all welcome to also be part of this affinity group and its activities. So, so we should all try to get involved in IEEE. It's a volunteer-driven organization, and involvement does not have to deal with, you don't have to make large commitments to it. Small thoughts are also okay. And these days we can participate without even having to travel. Currently, I am in Kazakhstan and I'm delivering this talk. I didn't have to. It's unfortunate. I would have loved to be there physically, but because of my schedule, I couldn't make it. So, but also I'm happy and thankful that I am part of this great conference. And I would like to say thank you, everyone, for your time. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kechi, your constant support, and today the detailed presentation, how students can benefit, how faculty can benefit in their research, innovations, and further studies through IEEE. It has been beneficial. We thank you for your presence, for your constant support on behalf of the whole organizing team and Amity University fraternities. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
So now this is time to talk about felicitations honoring with respect those who have given their time. We request our Honorable Group Vice Chancellor, sir, and Dr. Nana, ma'am, please come to the stage so that we can do felicitation of our guest of honor, guests today. Thank you so much. We have had graceful presence with us, among us, we have Dr. Mohammad Rozi Ismail, Sir, thank you so much for your time. We invite you to be on the stage to accept a small token of appreciation, gratitude on behalf of Amity University in Tashkent. And all the students also join us, appreciating them for their time, their enthusiasm, their participation, and unending association with Amity. Dr. Mohammad Rozi Ismail, Deputy Director, Ministry of Education, Institute Teacher Education, Kota Bharu Campus, Malaysia. Thank you. We invite Ms. Dildora Tursunova, Director for Strategic Development of United Integrator Uzinfocom LLC, Uzbekistan, to come on the stage and accept this token of appreciation on behalf of the organizing team, Amity University in Tashkent. Ms. Dildora, your clappings, your applause, and your participation in this expression of gratitude and appreciations. And with your presence here, we wish to declare students wait for their results, their diploma, who gets 10-pointer or something. People who present papers like us, faculty members also, they also wait whether their paper presentation got the best paper award or not. However, everyone is going to pass the exam. So we have got 3 best papers in the conference, and we also have 2 cases which have been selected, one on student side and one on the faculty side. So we are making announcement and you will also see it. Maybe you first see and then we make announcement. So we request our team to bring up the first best paper in this conference on the screen, which is Habib Sataria, Dharmesh, Dabalia, Shri Srinath, Dr. P.B. Edwin Prabhakar, and Dr. S. Siva Kamasundri. Thank you so much for your paper. They are present online. They get this appreciation, and this is the certificate which goes to all of them as a reward. Another best paper coming up after this, Best Research Paper Award in Technological Advancements in Computational Sciences International Conference goes to Aditya Pai H, Jyoti N.T., J.V. Murugulal, J.N. Their presence has been online, and now they are online also. So thank you so much. And we send our congratulations to you as well as gratitude for insightful presentations. And now we have another paper coming up. And out of the presenters who are there, we do have 2 of them with us. We invite them and we invite the results also on the screen. Samyak Jain, Parthi Vishnawat, Parveen Kumar Shukla, and Narendra Khatri. We do have Mr. Samyak Jain and Narendra Khatri ji. Please come to the stage and accept this best paper award. You can hand over the phone to any of the students and they can click the picture. However, we are also clicking the picture, keeping it live on Zoom as well. This is Best Paper Award in the International Conference on Technological Advancements in Computational Sciences, ICTACS 2023, goes to Samyak Jain, Parthi Vishnawat, Praveen Kumar Shukla, and Narendra Khatri ji. Thank you so much for being with us. Now, the best case presentations. First, the best.
Out of 3 best research papers, I'd like to share that one paper which was selected was from India, which was submitted under the guidance of our Group Vice Chancellor, sir, and he decided he decided to give it to the next best paper. He said he would want to give it to the authors who have been working so hard on their seminal work. Please give a huge round of applause to sir for deciding that.
Now we can feel from where the inspiration flows to us. Thank you so much, sir. You remain the winner among the winners with us. So now we have the best cases, student side. The first best case on the student side goes to Harjot Kaur, Ruchika Singh, Arshia Sharma, and Ishika. They have won the student category Best Case Presentation and Case Preparation Award. Thank you. And then we have another one for the teachers, the faculty members who participated. And faculty category, Samar Sarabhai and Rahul Meena. They have got, and the case is written as Evolution of India's Telecom Landscape, Adapting to Policy Shifts and Distribution Realignment. Thank you so much. Congratulations to the winners. And alumni time. The time which is like icing on the cake and putting things to perfection. The people who started Amity and the people who make it feel complete. Alumni, we welcome you on the stage and we announce your name with honor, pride, and also gratitude, appreciation for you and your family members. Nodira Yunusova, 2023 batch, Zilola, one of the activists of learning. Zilola Salametova, please, this is your place. Nodira Yunusova, Rohila, Rohila Maftuna, Miss Maftuna, she's from 2023 batch. Do we have Mr. Sardar here? Yes, Sardar. Please. Mr. Sardar, Miss Muslima Raimova. Muslima Raimova, are you here? We shall be having their honor just after they have given some words to us. And Sitora, Miss Sitora, please come to the stage. And Miss Nigina Khan Saidova. Look at them. You don't know what the people are working, where they are working, what their achievements are. You know some of them. We are giving a microphone to them for a few words. And I should come there. Okay, some of you should go that side, some of you this side. Please, Nigina. Now this microphone is with them. We wish to have a few words where they tell you where they are working and what their designations are.
Good day, everyone. So my name is Nigina. I'm a graduate student from Bachelor's of Business Administration. And a little bit I will talk. I'm like myself. I have no any ready speech. So I still remember my first day at this university as yesterday. Everything was spontaneous, and still I am witnessing spontaneous events in my life. And what I understood that the failure gives you more lesson than your success. And I want to say the first year students or who are recently studying here, I want to say, don't be afraid to have failures, because your failures is the key of your success in the future. Then befriend yourself, like love yourself, and don't be hurry up. Everything has its time, but try to spend your time effectively and efficiently. It's very important. This university shows you the way, and how to you use your knowledge, it's in your hands. Try to find opportunities, not to try to find some kind of drawbacks or like something is not so good, but try to find something good, because there are lots of things here you can do. You have to know how to use your knowledge. It's not about learning and like listening to lectures. No, you have to know how to use your knowledge. This is the important thing in life. And this university plays a very important role in my life, because, you know, the environment, the atmosphere, the friends that give you to something here. And now I work as a human resource assistant in international engineering company in Humo Arena. I tried myself in different spheres. So, for example, I worked as an analyst. I worked as a kind of social media marketer. But you have to try something in life to discover yourself, what you like, what you don't like, what's yours and what's not yours. So, and I want to say all the best. I'm really happy to be a part of this university.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Muratova Sitora. I was studying here BS IT Science. And first of all, I want to thank the university that he was inviting me to this conference. It's international conference. I'm really glad to be here. And also I want to thank my faculties, my professors, and the university itself for 3 years of wonderful study and wonderful knowledge that I got here. Right now, I'm having the strong knowledge foundation and which helps me to follow my dreams. Currently, I'm working at the largest, I am representative of the largest Chinese solar power company in the Uzbekistan. This company is called Longi Solar. And we are here working with the solar stations, with constructing them and working in the green energy in Uzbekistan itself. The most memorable moment of my university life is that I had one childhood dream that I thought that will never become true, because actually it's like a little, it could be really difficult to do it by myself. But when I entered the university, my very respectful professor Anil Sarundilie helped me to achieve my dream. When I was a child, I had a conversation with my father, and we were talking about the books on his shelf. He had the big and really beautiful bookshelf, and I said him that one day in the future I will write the book and give this book to my father, that he could put it on the bookshelf. And when I was studying in the university, my professor Anil Sarundilie guided me and helped me to write a book chapter regarding the IoT technologies during the pandemic time. And so it makes my quarantine time more interesting, and also I make my dream come true. Thanks to university, to Amity University.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm very glad to stay here and be here as a guest already. Time is flying by, because I remember last time staying on this stage and singing to the audience, to my course mates. Actually, my original university was not Amity. I was studying at one of the governmental universities, and I was in a faculty of foreign language teaching. And I didn't feel in my own plate. So I told my mom, I want to just drop the university. She said, okay, just drop it. And I dropped it, really. And then the pandemic started, and I was scrolling the Instagram. Of course, what can I do during the pandemic? And found out that Amity University was, the admission was started. And I said, Mama, I just want to apply to this university. I like it. And I want to be a business lady, not a teacher like you. But unfortunately, or fortunately, I became a teacher again. But anyways, she said, okay, apply. I said, Mom, I was studying with scholarship back in my state university, but here we should pay contract fee. She said, okay, we'll do it. Don't worry. If you are not feeling at your place, just go on. And I said, I used to live in another region, 4 or 5 hours from here. And I said, Mama, I want to go to Tashkent. She said, okay, let's go together. And we moved here, and I'm so glad. But unfortunately, we had our first year, the half of our first year online. I would love to be here offline. And Amity taught me not only academic knowledge, or gave me academic knowledge, but also taught me to socialize and to be more tolerant. And I saw that back at State University, it was like, oh, where is your uniform? You're not allowed to enter. And here I'm like, regardless my uniform, I can get knowledge. And I can socialize, I can find new friends, I can broaden my horizons. So thank you so much for opening my eyes. Thank you for accepting me. And thank you everyone for giving me this chance to express my sincere gratitude to all the professors, all the academic department, and everyone standing here. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. When I was at school and was looking for university, I had a dream to make a university life as a movie life, like college life at movies. And I had a plan to be famous and make many new friends and acquaintances. And in our first IFS day, IFSD. They gave us assignment to read the book, How to Make Friends. This was our first assignment. And after reading that book, I understood that I should work on myself to make many new friends and do networking. And as of now, where I work, where I am staying now, is a help of my networking, is the help of my friends, my close friends at university. And the project which I started, Travel and Adventure Club, also changed my worldview, the understanding of how important is to make many more memories and be out of the box as we are now, many of us. And so I would ask you to be more open to make many new friends, because you don't know, maybe tomorrow they will call you to be an interpreter, as my friends called me, or to be to work with Malaysian Football Association. I used to work, and so many new networkings are doing so far. So you can go to Malaysia, you have friends. You can go to USA, you have friends, which are started at university. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Najira Yunusba, the graduate of BSIT program 2023. Now, currently, I am continuing my education at Tashkent University of Information Technologies for master's degree in data science program. When I attend classes there, when they found out that I am from MIT University, they change their attitude. I don't know, they change their speech. They speak with respectness. Even the head of department at that university called me personally and talked with me, and she selected one of the best professors to work with me on my diploma project, who has an international experience. Currently, I'm doing my dissertation. I am continuing my project, which I did here at MIT University Tashkent in minor project with Professor Anil Saraliye. Thank you for all my professors. What I like the most about my university is the attitude among professors and students. There is no any subordination. Even now I'm not the student of MIT University Tashkent, but anytime I can write on Telegram to any professors, they replied me, and they always help me with advice also. And about the industry, now I'm working for Better Future Group as a product manager. This is IT company. Besides me, 4 other students of MIT University work there. I am product manager. 2 of my friends are mobile developers. One of them is a middle developer. Another one is strong junior. Besides, we have content manager. Even my managers, if there is open vacancy, they always say me. If there is brilliant students from MIT University, they always call me. And besides that, I always apply some programs, scholarships. Month ago, I was in the final interview with İpek Bank with headquarters. Even they said that like 2 years ago, in the industry, only the students of Inha University and Tashkent University of Information Technology students were there. Now time has changed, and they said that they meet a lot of MITs also. Now MIT students' time has come. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, respected sirs. I'm very honored to stand here and to talk in front of you all. And first of all, thank you for this invitation, for giving me this chance to speak for my university on behalf of my university. And if I have to tell something about my university, the first thing which I remember is that that first day in orientation day, the speech about yours, like carrying all your books in suitcase when you travel somewhere, not your clothes, not your stuff, but only books. And I think that was the thing which really inspired us to study hard, to be one of the powerful speakers like you. So yeah, and this inspiration like really motivated us. We studied hard, and I consider my like as my biggest achievements during my university times that last year I had a chance to to participate in that Sangatan festival, which provided very amazing and unforgettable memories for us. Thank you so much for that. And I really also thankful for my university for providing such professors. They are not only professors for us, like they are very always, they have been always, and they are always, I believe, in the future, very generous about their knowledge, their guidance about everything. Like she said, actually, it's really true. I really thank to Professor Anita, Professor Indrajit, Rajneesh, especially our professor, our directors, Mr. Babur and Ms. Gauri. Thank you so much. I also wanted to continue my higher studies after graduating. I tried several universities, but I know I didn't try enough. That's why I couldn't get the chance for this year, but I'm not I'm not going to give up. And I know that they're always helpful and they're always supportive. So yeah, for now, currently I'm working in a Huawei company, one of the biggest international companies, as an assistant network design engineer. And in my work environment also, the thing which is really mentioned about me, my benefits, my positive sides are being confident, being a good speaker, delivering the correct information in a correct way. And all of these skills I got from my professors. And my message to all the students here also, that listen to your professors and get all the knowledge that they are going to provide you. So thank you so much for creating these wide doors for me in the future also. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me. It kind of feels weird to be the only dude among the ladies here. So I really don't have anything to really boast about here. You know, my big achievements, don't think I have any. I think my achievements pale in comparison to what my peers have achieved. Also, I'd like to say that I'm really honored to, speak here and come stand in front of these great minds. So I didn't say where I was working, right? I'm a senior software engineer at IPAM, recently joined there. So I think if you want to call that an achievement, I don't know. Yeah, it's a yeah, the salaries are good in IT, everyone's purpose here is just to get a job in IT and make a lot of money, right? So, and yeah, the market is really open for the hungry, for the swift, for the guys who are, really good at communication. And I really think that studying at MIT sort of helped me, really helped me to get to where I am today. I really want to thank the professors. What I learned here really helped me, in my journey, and it's still helping me. The fundamentals, the foundations. So yeah, thank you. So.
Okay, Michael. Hi, guys. So I will start about memory. The first memory which I got in MIT University, it's like first lesson. And I remember our first teacher was Dr. Naina. She got our first lesson, which was like at 9, like on the beginning of our education. And it was, I guess, marketing. It was really great lesson, which is impressed from first time. Then every day in MIT University with my group mates from master degree, I have to mention that I'm from master degree also. We had really good professional days. Every day we discussed about problems, what we can do, what kind of research we can do in the future. Also, we get a chance to go to India and see
really big campus, which is in Noida. I'm still impressed about the Noida campus. I hope we will have close, like that kind of campus in Tashkent also, with that kind of big infrastructure. About place where I'm working right now, I am working in Schneider Electric company. It's like a globally big company. I am sales support manager. We do only inside sales, which is like a virtual sales, because nowadays everything's become digital, everything become like a technological. So we do only virtual sales, which is, we sell really big equipments, which is related to gas and oil also, industry also, even with home and distribution, small things also. In it, we sell all over the world. Like we have some equipment from Turkey comes to Uzbekistan, and from Uzbekistan to Kazakhstan, and like this. So what? Yes, I want to tell that even in Uzbekistan, you can start working globally and meet people globally also. I'm very thankful for invitation in this conference. I hope next year it will be sub-Uzbekistan subsection, like Uzbekistan subsection. And I hope in next year I will submit my best. I will get my best research paper award. Okay, I hope so. So thank you very much. Yes, I think students already know because I already came with education center, and I was also examiner here. Anyway, I will tell, yes, I also have education center. We have like some branches. It's like tuition center. We have for most of the lessons, like for English, because I see young generation just want to improve their English, and we see how all universities just get admission only by English exam. Then we have math and rest of subjects also. Yes, and we start to also having IT lessons. It's also become popular nowadays.
The microphone comes back with a lot of delight. Thank you so much. Be here. This is the moment to award you for being Amitians, true Amitians, who ensured that we feel proud as teachers, we feel proud as Amity. First, Ms. Zilola. Step ahead to receive this token of appreciation, this certificate for your attendance in the conference and being an Amity alumni and becoming a proud participant on the day when we announced Amity Alumni Center as well. Now we request Ms. Nodira, step ahead and take this certificate, accept this acknowledgement. Ms. Rohila, for your certificate, for this appreciation and this award for being an Amity alumni. Ms. Maftuna, Mr. Sardar. Mr. Sardar. Ms. Muslima. Thank you. And now we invite Ms. Sitora. Ms. Sitora. And we also invite Ms. Nigina Khan to take this certificate of appreciation as Amity alumni and making this day so special that you people added to the pleasure we had. Everyone, a round of applause, a louder one for the Amity alumni, and the day when Amity Alumni Center also gets established with this galaxy of superstars. Thank you so much, dignitaries. We request you to take your seats. We request alumni as dignitaries to take their seats. And we take it to a closure to make a new opening for the next year when again this conference will be happening. But now we invite Dr. Danish, co-chair of this international conference, to share a vote of thanks, his appreciation for the researchers as well. Dr. Danish, please welcome.
Good evening. Yes. Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. As we come to the end of ICTACS 2023, the third international conference on technological advancements in computational sciences, I feel both honored and privileged to have the opportunity to extend vote of thanks on behalf of Amity University, Tashkent, and IEEE Kazakhstan subsection. First and foremost, I would like to thank Almighty God for making this event successful. In addition to the blessings from our founder, President Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan sir, Chancellor Dr. Atul Chauhan sir, Trustee Mr. Amol Chauhan sir, for their constant support and motivation. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Professor Gurinder Singh sir, Mr. Babur Abdullah, and Dr. Nana for supporting the team, organizing team in each and every step of this conference. The last memory I remembered, like as we have mentors, so I have mentor like Dr. Nana, and she has mentor Dr. Gurinder. So maybe I can have an indirect mentor, Dr. Gurinder also in life. So Dr. Nana guided me, not professionally. Why I'm extended is because what is in my speech is because of her. She pointed me in the morning. Not professionally, she guided me. Don't forget to thank God. So I remember her words and I included it. Maybe I would have forgotten this. So this is what a mentor tells us. Sometimes we professionally are so busy, we forget spiritually something, the spiritual power that is making us successful. So we have to thank them also. In continuation, I would like to I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to the organizing team, volunteers, and especially the IT head, who is the one-man army for this whole Amity Tashkent. I request all of you to please give a huge round of applause for him. The one and only IT man who is always been a man, a backbone for all the events that has been conducted in Amity Tashkent. That is Mr. Dinesh. Sir, please accept our heartfelt thanks. But not last at the least, I would like to thank all the papers presenters around the world. So as ma'am already told in her report that we receive a huge number of submissions, that is 793 total papers. And out of that, we selected 260 and they were registered and presently successfully in all these 3 days. These papers were submitted across, I forgot one, Indonesia, I think, across 11 different countries, and rigorous 165 reviewers were involved in the review process. So I'm also thankful to them because they have taken their valuable time in reviewing these research papers. Without their support, we were not able to conduct this conference successfully. I hope that the collaborations and discussions innovations, ideas that has been initiated in this conference will continue, thrive, and bear fruit in the years to come. We look forward to welcoming you again to future conferences and events at Amity University in Tashkent. So at the last, what I say, empowering the future through knowledge and collaboration. That is what we are trying to do. And we are again thankful for all of you. Again, have a safe travel. Thank you. We'll meet again next year in the same conference.
So going by the words, as he has said, going by the words of our Honorable Founder President, Sir, Dr. Ashok Chauhan, that we need to contribute for the betterment of life and learning through education. Thank you so much. I don't have any papers now. It's completely up to you, but the thing which is going to be there, maybe in your mobile phones, maybe on our social media, is going to be memories, a memory of superstars who participated in it. We request everyone to gather around the stage for a group photograph with the dignitaries, all the faculty members, authors who are present here, and alumni. Let's be somewhere around here and have a group photograph. Thank you so much for being with us, and we invite you today itself for the next year's conference. Thank you.